So when you join eXp, you are invited into a business partnership, aren't you? We're all connected to each other via eXp, but you are a solo agent. And one thing you can opt to do is have a sponsor, which is what I did. So Jess is my sponsor into the business.
High five, Charlie.
Yes. And what I really think is beneficial is talking about what that looks like for you sponsoring someone in.
Yeah.
But also why it's important to get the right sponsor. We're very lucky. We've kind of just hit the nail on the head and we get on really, really well from day one.
I know.
But there must have been times in the past where someone maybe hasn't got the right sponsor or it hasn't worked for them. And how does that look?
I think from my perspective, and I can't talk for everybody, obviously, I think because I've come from different environments in the past, and when I have recruited and onboarded people in other businesses, I've always made sure that that person, as far as reasonably possible, and don't get me wrong, you can still make mistakes, but it's making sure that they feel supported, that they've got access to things to help them forward and not kind of delay giving that to them. You know, everybody has that day, you know, first day at work, right? Where you get your laptop and you spend the next day, 2 days accessing emails, systems and setting it all up, and it's just like blows your mind of the time that is wasted. So one of the things that I've always proactively done is make sure that all of those things are set up. So whilst I'm not doing that within eXp, the things that I have been able to give you access to is, you know, the links that I've got, some of the bits that I've created that might be useful to you, and I'm not expecting you to take that and run with it. It's about you identifying what would work for you, what's right for you in your business, and if you want to take that, use it, recycle it, re-garbage it, whatever that looks like, it's about having that information so that you're not starting from a blank page and staring into the screen just going, oh, what am I doing and what have I done?
It can be overwhelming, can't it, when you're setting up as well, because you are doing so much with the onboarding, you're sending over your documents or you're setting up if you haven't got them already. So then I remember when I said to you, I was like, I've got to set up an email signature. I was like, what does it look like? Because I've always had them set up for me. So, and you were just like, oh, this is my one. And I was like, okay, cool, that gives me just a base that I can then tweak to make my own. So you're not ripping it off, but it's just really helpful as a starting point to have it all. And you were so good, you sent me so much like links to be like, okay, here's this, and here's this. Some of it I've not needed, some of it I've needed loads. So you've kind of just said, it's there. If you need it, great. If you don't, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. You know? And I think that is the thing, isn't it? You know, talking on the touch point that you mentioned is having that right sponsor. It's about, you know, gelling in terms of personalities. And I think that we have naturally hit that, and you know, we have so much fun. The conversations that we have, the energy and the positivity between us both is nice. Great. It's lots of fun, and you know, I'm loving the relationship of getting to know you and seeing your journey as we've progressed along the way as well. But you know, on occasion, people have got that wrong when they have had a sponsor, and it's a shame. You know, it's not saying that the individual is terrible. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. I'm just saying that they haven't been maybe as forthcoming, as supportive, and you know, to be there for that individual. You know, if they do want to pick up the phone and ask that question, you know, you do it quite a lot. You pick up the phone, you WhatsApp me, or send me a voice note, or you just pick up the phone and call me. You know, to have that access to your sponsor is important, as well as other people within the network. You know, that's also great. But sometimes having that point that you can just go, oh, I just want to check that one thing, and you know, can you give me some guidance? You know, there are times where I might not have the answer, and I have to say, do you know what, Charlie, I'm not sure, but let's talk to XYZ who does know. And that's the nice thing about the wider network, that we have the ability to tap into other people who have been within the eXp organisation for a lot longer than we have. Obviously, I'm just coming up for a year into the business now, so I don't know everything, but I try to support as best as I can. And you know, when you talk about people who aren't as supportive, you know, I just feel that if you're coming in and you are looking at this as an organisation, find the person that you gel with, that you have some sense of connection to, that you feel that, you know, I can work with this person, even if you're not in the right the same location, because that doesn't matter, right?
Oh no, I'm in Devon, you're in London.
Exactly. So we're miles and miles apart, but that connection is there, that relationship is there, and then that supportiveness naturally is there. So I think for me, that's what a good sponsor looks like. But obviously that's just my take on it. You tell me from your experience.
Well, I think joking aside, it's one of those things, there is no rush to choose your sponsor, and I think actually take a minute and make sure that that person is, in a way, is going to give you something. You're going to benefit from that in some way. So for you, like, we both had previous brokerage experience, so that was really nice. That was kind of like a bonding moment, but it was also, okay, what else can I get in terms of support? And it's been tenfold. And we spoke about this the other day. We spoke quite a lot, and you're always there. I remember the other day you were in a meeting and you just pulled out and you were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And you're like, "I'm in a meeting." I was like, "It's not that urgent. Like, call me back. It's fine." But the fact that you picked up, you know, is really important, because once you're with them, there are options, but it's really important you just get it right first time.